Hey guys, Chris from the Ultimate Recycler. Welcome back to the channel. Just recently I did an unboxing video on some e-waste, some stuff that was dropped off to my shop for nothing. We ended up getting some pretty good stuff out of it, but there was two odd things that I didn't know much about that I think will do really well on eBay. So what we're going to do in this video is eBay them and see how we go. I'll give you a quick look. The first one was a vintage 1980s power adapter for a Yamaha keyboard. Now, it's fairly obscure. I couldn't find many online. I suspect it might do quite well. We have tested it, and the original video I will link underneath if you want to have a look at the unboxing. But I've cleaned this one up. It's been tested. Let's put it on eBay and just see how it goes. And the other one's even more exciting. There was a lot of vintage 1980s hi-fi gear. This one is a brand new in-box tone arm for a record player. It looks to be high-end. Unfortunately, there's no brands on it, and it was really hard to pull the figure out of the sky as far as value goes. We're going to run it through eBay. I'm going to start it at $50 as an auction. Let's see how it goes. I expect it might do quite well. Let's have a little bit better look at these things. This one's new old stock. I would suggest it's been purchased and never ever unpacked. Unfortunately, there is no outer cover to the foam casing, and I couldn't find any brands or model numbers anywhere. Original cord with it, but there's no paperwork, nothing like that. Beautifully machined. It's quite heavy. There's no stylus with it, no cartridge, just the head shell. But the wiring's through here. It has a plug in the bottom which suits the cord there. I don't know what it suits. I'm going to have to be a little bit creative with my eBay listing, but I'll show you how I present it. And I'm going to start it at $50 as an auction. We'll just see how it goes. It could surprise us all. The other one, it's sort of something that's not worth anything to anyone unless they've got a Yamaha keyboard and they need this power pack. Apparently it's a cartridge that clips in to where the batteries go. So there may be people out there with a keyboard that have been running on batteries and would love to get a power adapter. For those of you who don't know, I run a second-hand shop. And if I put this in the shop at any price at all, it would be such a fluke for anyone to come in that actually needs one that it would probably sit on the shelf forever. So that's why eBay's a really good tool for selling stuff. I'm going to start that at $50 as well. Go fishing, hopefully pull out a buyer. Maybe if there's two, being an auction, it might go higher. So I'll do some photos now and I'll show you the listing pages, and we'll tune in towards the end of the auction and just see if there's any really exciting bidding action. Okay, we're on my eBay page now. I've just listed both these items this morning. They've been on for about 3 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. So this is the power adapter. It's had no views, no watches yet, no bids. Let's click on it and have a look at the listing. Here we go. So I'm running it at a 10-day auction, starting at $50. I've included anything as far as keywords goes that people might search for. So if they search Yamaha keyboard, it will come up, the model of the keyboard that this adapter suits and the model of this adapter. So it's important to have keywords in the title that people are likely to search. I've got a pretty good positive feedback, pretty good reputation, which I think is important for getting good bids. I've been on eBay for a long time. Standard postage, just a satchel Australia-wide, which is a fixed price. I have made it available worldwide, and of course postage will depend on what country you're from. Really good pictures, I think is important, and as many as you can get. And I also included a picture here of actually testing the unit so that we can see that there's 9 volts come out of it. So I like, you need to give people as much information as you can. It's all going to help in bidder confidence, which will encourage people to bid, obviously. So my description, I'm a bit more careful these days. I used to write essays and it would take me so long to list things. I've kept it relatively simple. I've also included that I've done a video on unpacking these contents, so they might choose to look up my YouTube channel, which is kind of nice. And also, I think I've got a link on my YouTube channel, which you guys might notice for my eBay page. So anyway, I've basically said all I know about it. I don't have the keyboard. Postage will be actual costs. So I find eBay is really good for selling obscure stuff that just won't sell through the shop, as I've mentioned with this previously. So we'll go back again to our listing here, and the other one I've also started at $50, the tone arm. It's had 9 views and has 1 watcher already, so that's interesting. Again, I've put any keyword I can think of in the title, but unfortunately we have no brand or model number to add. Lots of pictures. I'll just scroll through some of these. I think it presents pretty well. Lovely and clean, beautiful machining. I'm sure it's a really good quality piece. I have no idea why there's no brand on it. So hopefully someone recognises it, or at least will know what turntable it suits. I've just left it as pretty well unbranded, and hopefully, I think I said in the description, let's scroll down. I think I've got, yeah, I'm sure anyone interested will know more about this item than I do. People, of course, are welcome to ask questions, and when I'm buying on eBay, I always like to send a question to the seller, even if it's something I already know. It just gives you a bit of an idea on what the person's like to deal with, if they respond nicely, if they're not rude, sometimes some sellers don't respond at all, and that usually puts me off. Anyway, there's the listings. We'll keep an eye on them. I'll perhaps give you a look in, say, 5 days, halfway through the auction. We'll see if they've got some bids, see how much activity they've had, and then we'll tune in at the end of the auction. Hopefully there's been some action, and hopefully we get a few snipers and a buyer eventually for both items. Hey guys, quick update for this video. I've found something else to throw on eBay. Many thanks to Noddy Noodle, who comments on a lot of my videos, and he suggested this Zephyr microphone stand might be worth a bit more than $20, which I nominated. So he said throw it on eBay. So I've decided to put it on as well. Just done some photos and I've just done a listing. We'll have a look at the listing next time we log into eBay and see how the progress of the other two are going. But yeah, I've started at $50. We'll see what happens. Okay guys, let's check in on eBay and see how things are going with these auctions. It's been just over 5 days, so we've got 4 days and 15 hours I think left on these auctions. And the first one, the Yamaha power supply adapter, has had 10 views, no watches, which is a bit depressing, no bids, so nothing's happening on that one. Hopefully we drag someone out of the bidding pool by the end of the auction, so fingers crossed there. Let's scroll down to the tone arm, and I have suggested that it's doing well, and look at that, $125.50. There's been 445 views, 50 watches, 12 bids. Let's have a quick look at that one. 12 bids, yeah, look at that. So I did add, a guy asked me a question, who actually sent me some information today, and I thought I added it to the bottom of the page here, but it doesn't show up. And he tells me that this tone arm belongs to, or it's branded, here we go, this page I had up before. It's branded a Syntec S2200. It's a professional stereo tone arm. Was designed for broadcast applications using high compliance cartridges. So at least we know what it is now. However, I can't change the title because it has bids, and I can't change the description. And I did reply to his message to say thank you, and I thought it was supposed to be added here, but it doesn't appear to be. Anyway, I don't know if that'll make any impact on the price. Obviously the people that are watching it, 50 of them, either know what it is themselves or don't really care what it is and just think they have a use for it. I did a quick search for that model number that the guy told me, and I did find some that had sold for, I think, Canadian, around about 130 or something. So we might be at our maximum price now, but anyway, we're only halfway through, so we'll tune in at the end. And also I added, and many thanks to Noddy Noodle again, this microphone stand, and we have bids. It's had 93 views, 8 watches, and 3 bids. It's up to $56. Let's have a look at that listing and go through some of the pictures. It's a beautiful microphone stand actually, and it's amazing that transfer, the Zephyr transfer, is still on there after 60 or 70 years. So it's a really nice little piece, and I was only going to put 20 on it. We've got to 56. It still has, almost 5 days to go. There's my description if you want to have a read of that. I did just describe that the fittings have a bit of surface rusting and that rubber flexible joint's damaged. I'm not even sure. As I said, I don't think the top's original to it anyway. So there you go. We've got some good action on that one as well. That's exciting. So 2 out of 3 ain't bad, as they say. We shall tune back in on these listings just in the dying moments in about another 4 days, 5 days, and we'll see if we can get a bidder on the power pack and if there's any late snipers on the other two. Alright guys, it's sale day. We're only a minute or so off this one finishing here. We've only had 15 views, there's only one watcher, and there's still no bids. So let's watch it finish. We must be down to 45 seconds. A bit disappointing. There certainly hasn't been much interest. You know, I don't hold out any hope of a sniper really. Whoops, I'll get off the picture. Given that there's only one watcher, there's a chance with watchers that they're not even potential buyers. I know I watch things that I've got just to see what the auction results are. So chances are the watcher is actually someone that has one of these and is thinking of selling it. So what will we do? Well, I probably won't relist it as an auction. I like to run things through first. And see if there is some really intense activity. In this case there's not. We're under 10 seconds now, so we'll see if there's any snipers. I'm not hopeful. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, ended, no bids. So that auction has finished. What I'll probably do is I will relist this. Let's go back. I'll relist this one as a buy it now at $50. And I'll leave it cycle on eBay for some time. It doesn't cost me any fees to do that. It will, I think it cycles, it does like 30 days and then it relists. And that gives a chance for that one person that needs one of these adapters to just say, oh, I need one of those, and they can just click buy it now. And sometimes the auction system is actually detrimental to that, because some people say, oh, I need one of those, but I couldn't be bothered waiting around for 10 days or 5 days. I won't be home then, or something like that. And they just won't bid. So sometimes a buy it now does work better, but I do like to run things through as an auction first, because there might have been 4 or 5 people really wanting one of these. Remember, there was none on eBay completed items that I saw, and even current listings I didn't find one. So every now and again an auction, I think an auction's a good strategy first up on something that you really don't know, something that's a bit obscure. Anyway, that was a fail as far as this list goes. I will pin a comment under this video when it does sell, or if I decide to drop the price, or if indeed I give up on it and actually scrap it. I'll let you guys know, so I'll pin a comment underneath. Next one we have, let's have a look now. It doesn't finish for 38 minutes, but look at that, we've gone to $212. There is 66 watches, 24 bids. It actually has gone up around about $60 or $70 just today. So there's a pretty good chance there might be some snipers in it, especially with so many people watching it. I thought it would have actually capped out, judging from the few that I found once I discovered what model it was, that were available to buy for actually less than this. I didn't think it would get over $200. But let's tune in another 38 minutes and see if it has some snipers. Okay, under a minute, we've had some action. There was 3 quick bids that took it up to $243.50. So now a total of 27 bids. There's just about 30 seconds left to go. There was, what was there, about 60 something watches. So there's a good chance that there might be even a sniper. But as I said, I thought the price had capped out anyway from results I've seen by Google searching this once I found out what model it was. Anyway, eBay is a different kettle of fish, and people get caught up in the auction system and they don't like to be beaten, and that can be really good for us eBay sellers. 4 seconds, 3, 2, any late snipers? No, there isn't, so that's disappointing. But then again, oh yes, look at that, right on the death knell. And that can happen sometimes because I think people can program like an automatic snipe thing that does it automatically for them. So $255, that's a lot better than $50 I'd put down in my notepad. So we'll revisit the list of things from this deal once we get the last auction finished, which is a bit later today. And where are we here? This one hasn't had anything happen in the last 5 days. $56. There's 8 hours left. It finishes later this evening. 154 views, 11 watches, 3 bids. It could get sniped at the end as well, so let's watch that. Pretty happy with the 255 for that tone arm though. That's absolutely awesome. And the last item for today, it's now evening and we have 40 seconds left on this nice Zephyr Art Deco microphone stand, which I wasn't going to put on eBay, but thanks to Naughty Noodle, we're going to do okay. It's got 13 watches. There's been 3 bids. It started at 50 and it's only up to 56. I don't know if it's going to go a lot higher, but it's way better than the 20 I wrote down in my notepad. And it'll be easy to dismantle and pack, so it won't cost too much to send. 12 seconds. I wonder if there's going to be any snipers on this one. There was 13 watches, so there might be someone in the shadows just waiting to pounce. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Ended $56, and no, that's it. So no snipers there, but very happy with 56 bucks. I will adjust the notepad. I'll get some vision of the notepad from the last video, and we'll see how our total panned out with these 2 good sales on eBay. And here's our list from the last video. We had a total of $314, but of course now that microphone stand made a bit more than 20, we got 55 less fees. The tone arm, well, of course, we got a lot more than 50 bucks, 255 less fees. I'll update the figures shortly. And the Yamaha power adapter, as you saw, didn't sell for our 50, but I have already relisted it, and it actually has 1 watcher straight away, so we'll see how that goes. I'm happy to leave that cycle, and I think eventually we will pull $50 for that one. So guys, I've just crunched some numbers. We've made an extra almost $200 on this deal by using eBay as a marketing tool. Certainly the tone arm carried most of that weight, but you know, the microphone stand, we still made an extra nearly $30. I worked on around about 15% discount for eBay fees. Now, incidentally, the tone arm is going relatively locally, just down the highway to Melbourne, so it's staying within Victoria. Postage was pretty cheap. The microphone stand, you never guess. It's going to Norway, of all things. In fact, it's cost the guy nearly the same as to what he paid for it in postage. And then I think he has to pay a Norwegian sales tax or something. Anyway, eBay take care of all that. So in the end, we made, what did it work out? Just over $500 return from these few boxes of e-waste that, you know, most people would probably throw out, or even if they dumped them at the e-waste transfer station. This way I can make some really good money. Importantly, we can keep some stuff in circulation, and that means a lot to me because recycling really should be the last thing. You know, this tone arm was brand new, and it's going to be loved now by some audiophile and hopefully enjoyed for many years to come. So thanks for watching, guys. Even though this was a free e-waste drop-off, I know the people, they come in the shop quite often. I'm going to put aside $100 or something for them just as a bonus. It kind of rewards them for doing the right thing. And, you know, they talk. We might get some more vintage electronics to do soon. So thanks for watching. We've got another one to tidy up soon. I've still got stuff on eBay. I'm starting to eBay a lot more now. So hopefully you enjoy the auction results and watching the auctions finish. So let me know what you thought of that. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.